In May 2007, my divorce court hearing had already stressed me out in the way that such events tend to do. During the previous 6 months, I had gradually cut down on my mood stabilizers until I had stopped taking psychiatric medication, so that I was at risk of a relapse in any case. By early August, as my birthday and concomitantly the 10th anniversary of my first psychiatric hospitalization approached, my apprehensions intensified. 2 days before my birthday, I rang the hospital and asked to be admitted. I was told that no one had heard of me or knew anything about me, and that I should go to my GP or home treatment team. I asked for the home treatment team a number. They wouldn't give it to me. My older daughter tried to get home treatment involved the next day, but by this time I was so restless that I wasn't able to calm down enough to stay at home. I went to the local supermarket where, after some while, I began entertaining people waiting for taxis outside the store. The management of the store called the police, who soon arrived in a van. They offered to take me to hospital, and I told them I was glad because I knew I was ill. When I saw that I was going to be placed in the back of a van like a criminal, I collapsed. The police treated me roughly and hurt me. I was taken to and held at the police station for several hours in a doorless cell with a doorless cubicle for a toilet with no seat. The cell was dirty and downtrodden-looking, and 2 police officers stood at the edge of the entrance, attempting at times to make small talk with me. Because I was ill, my perceptions were unstable and anxious. One of the officers looked like my ex-husband's second wife, and I began to think it was her. She remarked on the diamond ring I was wearing, which had once been my engagement ring. I took it off and threw it out of the room. "Have it," I said. Immediately I was grabbed and handcuffed, as if I was dangerous. I was left in handcuffs for the remainder of my time at the station. When I needed to go to the toilet, I had to do so handcuffed on the unpleasant seatless toilet in the clearly visible cubicle. I had already reached a state of acute illness, of distress and reality crisis, prior to the intervention by the police. Following it, I was in a dreadful state. At the hospital, I became hysterically distressed. The staff did little to relax me or spend time with me. One member of staff behaved in a fully intimidating fashion. In due course I was taken to the high dependency unit, where I was subjected to emergency tranquilization. It was an experience that echoed in gentler form the same traumatizing actions that had taken place 10 years and 2 days earlier. I was obliged to stay in the hospital for nearly 3 months. My teenage daughters were left to fend for themselves. No one within the mental health team took action of any kind to address their needs or my worries about them. This was a multidisciplinary team with social workers involved. 10 years on, the in-hospital brutality had shifted to a kind of technicized stupidity. Is that a step forward? Yes. But in my hospital, at least, there's a very long way to go.